Winner Seat Podcast.
Yes.
I'm your host, Natasha.
And I'm your host, Maze the Source. We're here again. She caught me while I was working. Sorry. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in. The feedback has been crazy. I love you guys so much.
We
here for another one.
appreciate it. So much good feedback.
Yes. No, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. Them views on YouTube is going crazy, too.
I know.
Man. Shout out to all 2,000 subscribers.
Might be more now.
Yeah, probably more. See, she corrected me already. Shout out to all you subscribers, man. Thank you so much.
You.
If you haven't subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe right now because
it's only going to get better. We're dropping gems.
Mm-hmm.
Look, ways to help you financially, ways to help you in relationships. Because there's two things that everybody wants. I don't care who you are. Love and money.
That's what drives pretty much the world.
The world. No matter what country, no matter... That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
No, we're going to give you that. We're going to give you the gems. As much as we can based on experiences that we've gone through. So we're here for another one.
So this episode, we're going to cover business and some personal things. We like to kind of switch it up and mix it up. I'll start off the top. So there's this thing going around on social media that is telling men the first date with a woman should only be like to take her to a coffee shop, right? So this girl...
Why the coffee shop?
Well, here's what happened. So this girl, she went on a date with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first date. Mm-hmm. She ordered 48 oysters.
What the fuck?
And she ordered 3 drinks. And she ordered 4 sides. And he got really upset because he was like, this is the first date. And she was like, but she wanted to take me out on a date. So... yeah. It is what it is. And then he was like, well, then I'm not paying. I'm leaving.
Oh.
And he got up and left. And so it's been going like all over social media. So then people were commenting saying like, well, if you had took her to a coffee shop first, you would have got a chance to kind of really get to know her and see and understand her personality to know like, I like her or I don't before I want to go and take her to dinner. And she orders these elaborate, items on the menu. So my question is to you as a man. Mm-hmm. What does the first date look like for a woman whom you just met?
If I'm taking you on a date, if I just met you and I want to take you out on a date,
right?
I'm going all out.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not just gonna take anyone on a date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if I you know what I'm saying? If I want to take you out,
if I like you, I'm gonna spend money. That's what it's expected.
So why are we even here?
Right? That's my thoughts. I'm like, wow, it's getting to the point where like, just take her out for $5 coffee.
I'm not gonna lie though. 48 oysters.
She went too crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm not walking out.
No, a woman in the comments said it should have been 48 crab legs. People crazy. But now, like you said,
the whole bag of crabs and all that.
Man, that's too much.
That should be hitting.
Oh man, I love crab legs. But like you said, you're not walking out, right?
No, I'm not walking.
But maybe you pay, but then you just don't call her again. Or
my whole point, right?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So my thing is, all right. We all have ego. Right? Yeah. The ego is not you. Just understand that, right? But no matter what, just out of man pride, I'm not about to just walk out, right? I'm not doing that. I'm going to pay for it.
Right.
I'm going to pay for it. You know what I mean? And I'm not calling you again. Why are you ordering 48? Did we not have sex the same night? Because that's an aphrodisiac. You know that, right?
Right. But no. He left.
I don't know. You sure it's 40? I think he might be lying.
She got all these different trays. It came with I think it came with the 10 per I got to break down, but she had 48 total, basically.
Yeah.
And she ate them all. That's really excessive.
You just gave me an idea.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it right here.
All right.
I want you to be in charge.
Okay.
Of finding the most uncomfortable, weirdest, trending conversations right now. Like moving forward, for you guys, for me, that's your responsibility. Yeah, because that's crazy. That's crazy. We need to find more stuff like that. You see, a couple episodes ago or at the beginning when we first started, what was the The guy that went viral for the date didn't
For
go
the date,
well.
he got
Yeah,
yeah.
we need those. We need those from you. We need more of those. I
Yeah,
like
for
that because
sure.
you got an eye for that. Uh, I'm not walking. I'm not walking out. Right.
Right.
I'm looking at you crazy because you ordered 48 oysters.
Mhm.
Right. I'm definitely eating like 20 of those.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The drinks, all that. That's cool. My thing is, for as far as a first date, I'm not taking out a girl that I don't like
Right.
on a date. So therefore, if I'm gonna take you out on a date, I'm going all out. And I'm not saying like you're my girl, like, oh, I'm going out, but I want to take you to a fine restaurant.
Right.
I
Are you buying flowers?
first date depends.
Okay.
It really does depend on
You know,
it all.
you know what I think it depends on? I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Ladies, take notes on this.
Mhm.
It depends on how you show up in that man's mind. If
Mhm.
you show up
Yes.
as like, yo, I gotta be handled a certain way. It's not even like, oh, buy me Chanel the first day, take me
No.
shopping, right? Which I recently had a guy say, first day, I don't want to take you shopping. And I was actually like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. I gave off that energy. I didn't say anything to him about that. I just
Mhm.
was like, oh, and I didn't even proceed. I wasn't tripping. I'm not,
Mm.
that's not me. I'm like, cool. But if it happens, it happens. I'm not tripping, right?
Yeah.
But how you present yourself will let him know if he needs to do the bare minimum or the maximum.
How you carry yourself is how others are going to
Absolutely.
treat you.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you carry yourself like a queen,
Mm-hmm.
then that man is going to treat you like that, right?
Absolutely.
So it like I said, it depends, right? Because certain girls like other things more than others, right? Like let's
Right.
say, you know, I don't mind getting. If you're asking me if I mind getting flowers
Right.
in the first date, no, absolutely not. It all just depends on obviously where we need to be vibing,
Right.
texting, talking somewhat beforehand, right? Before we get into that first. Even if it's a day or two, I need to get your vibe, I need to get your aura, I need to get your what kind of personality you have, at least the surface level of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, do I believe that this girl would appreciate flowers on the first date? Or do I believe that this girl would think that I like her too much on the first date?
See, and that's interesting that we have to even play that mind game. Like, dang, is it doing too much?
But but it's my thing.
Right.
I'm not doing it for the other party. I'm doing it for me because I understand where this generation is at.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And those are acts of those are beautiful acts, right? Like if we were living in a different time, if this was the early 2000s, I'm coming in every single time on the first date with flowers.
Yeah, because
Right
I love flowers.
Of course.
But you're right, it's different. Different people feel differently. Like for me,
different
flowers make me smile. Flowers make me feel good.
It's
right?
a beautiful thing.
And so it's like, it's a different time. Now, let me tell you a short story.
Mm-hmm.
There was this guy, I went to college with him.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know him in college. But after college, he became a very successful music producer.
Yeah.
And he became like the right-hand man to a big billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ran into him and he was like, I know you from school. And I didn't even really recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
LA people, you're in a new place. During this time, I had just moved to LA. And he was like, yeah, let's stay in contact. We exchanged phone numbers. A couple years ago, he had hit me up. He was like, because we ran into each other again. And he was like, I want to take you out. And I was like, okay, well, I wasn't like initially like attracted to him, but his personality was really like a good personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I want to take you out. I'm like, okay. So we go to my favorite spot in LA. Mm-hmm. I'm really big on being punctual. Don't be like 10, 15 minutes late. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
especially on a date.
Yeah, on a date, please. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't be like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And things happen.
You're really pushing it.
No,
listen to what happened.
That's
so,
crazy.
And he had been asking me to go out, and I was busy and dodging him. I was like, whatever. I finally said, okay. I go to my favorite restaurant, Katana. I'm sitting at the bar waiting for him. 15 minutes go by. He's not there. Okay. 30 minutes go by. I text. And he's like a funny guy. He's all about jokes. I'm like, oh, I see you running late on your first date. Strike one. Oh, let me rewind back. When I seen him again, I seen him at Katana with this chick. She was like reality TV star. Really pretty
Oh,
girl.
okay. So when we're going back, so just
Going back. I seen him
before your date.
before my date. I seen him there.
Okay.
And he was like, and I was like, oh, this is another thing with women. When women see someone else choosing you, when they kind of were like not choosing you, this is something women will never really say, but it's the truth.
100%.
They will somehow have an interest.
Why is that?
It's just what it is. Like,
why the fuck is that? Is it like
were,
embedded in your DNA? Because it's like sometimes you can't even help it.
Yeah, I think
As
when a woman just like if she was kind of cool off of you, and she sees that like somebody else is like,
oh shit, and then and not only that, but if it's somebody else that looks good,
the girl was the girl was a baddie, and I knew of her, and I was like, damn,
okay, I'm a baddie,
and I was
she's
like,
a baddie. I didn't want him. Why she want him?
Right, and I was just like, oh, that's exactly what I felt.
That shit's crazy.
So after I said, he was like, and then we started laughing or whatever, and he was like,
I know you guilty of that shit too.
Listen, so I was like, so when she went to the bathroom, he came to the bar, and he was like, what you drinking? And I was like, I'm having a margarita or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna send you one. And I was like, you're on a date. Why are you sending me a drink? And he was like, because I should be on a date with you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, text me. So keep in mind, I've played in his face all this time. He had been trying. Mm-hmm. Boom. Fast forward. Now we're at our first date at the same restaurant. Okay. So we're here. 30 minutes. 15 minutes go by. 30 minutes. I text him like, oh, so you just gonna drop the ball on your first, chance?
First date, yeah.
He's like, my bad. Just like give me time. I'm like, all right, 45 minutes go.
That's crazy.
Now,
that's crazy.
My attitude is getting kind of nasty. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if he's not here by the hour mark late moment, I'm out. I call him. He doesn't answer. I'm like, oh, he's playing games. Okay. So I'm getting up to leave. I'm like, I'm done. It wasn't even an hour yet. He didn't answer. Like, so in my mind, I went to, you should be answering because you should be en route. Like, you in the car. How are you not answering? So I get up to leave, irritated. And they know me at this restaurant. And they're like, and I was telling them, like, it's like, what was going on. And they're just like, damn, you leaving? I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm getting up. This guy walks in, this little short Hispanic dude with this big old thing of like roses he's like carrying. And he walks in and I said, dang, somebody loves that girl, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm walking out. And then he says, this is delivery for Natasha? And I was like, so I hear my name, but there's a lot of Natashas, right? It's a Russian name. It's common. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, and she got my name? Okay. And then the lady was like, well, is there a last name? And he was like, Burton. My heart dropped. I was like, damn, okay. So what happened was, then he texted me, did you get it? He didn't want me to answer because he was actually there the whole time. He just wanted the flowers to be delivered to me first. And that guy was running late. So it was like this big old thing of flowers.
So he been in the restaurant?
He been there. He had been there waiting for this delivery of these flowers. It was like probably 100 roses. In this beautiful bouquet.
Well, he wasn't late. It was
it was the delivery. And he was trying to have that come first and then catch my reaction.
Yeah.
And so I was like, he was like, did you get him? And I was like, yes, LOL. I was like, OMG, this is so beautiful. And he walks in. Obviously. And then we dined. Men don't like do that type of stuff anymore. Now we didn't obviously.
That was fly. Obviously, it didn't go as planned. But that was fly.
Yeah, it was fly. But we were never intimate. We never even kissed. Nothing. But it was a fun time. Mm-hmm. And he recently hit me up and was just like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, we should go out to eat." So it's always just been cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, shout out to him for that gesture because that was really player.
See, I don't believe that. I believe that's a gesture. That's a fire gesture. But if we were like, see, us as men right now, we run. That's why you got to choose wisely, right?
Yeah.
Because we run the risk of like, is this too much, or is this what she would like, right?
Yeah.
And the crazy shit is that we're forced to think like that now because of how times are. But had this been early 2000s, I'm doing that. If
I miss those type of men. Bring those type of men back.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that type of energy, that type of thoughtfulness, like, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I do that a lot.
Just the thoughtfulness. Like even okay, it's gonna sound crazy, but crazy dude I was dealing with in New York.
Yeah.
When I got to New York, I told him I didn't want him to know where my hotel was at, right? He figured it out.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I know, he was crazy. He had flowers though. But what he had, which was crazy, he was like, I know you always travel, you don't pack your toothbrush because you like to just buy a new toothbrush.
So you like details. You like
he had a brand new toothbrush. And I'm like, it's
Just
too bad you're so crazy.
Yeah. Just little shit like that. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna tell you, my kings. Pay attention, be observative, right? Pay attention. Attention to detail is key for women.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that just because you said that, it's because I know that.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Women are very thoughtful. And that's all women.
Right.
Most just mask that up with all this toxicity right nowadays. But all women are very thoughtful. All women are very loving. All that stuff. You all are like that. You give life. So you're at the end of the day, you're all loving, right?
And even if your environment has caused you to not be loving, you can always learn how to revert back to being loving.
Absolutely.
It's an inert nature that women just have.
Yeah. Yeah. So, to me, just being very, very thoughtful and as a man, and just doing the small things.
Yes.
The small things is important, like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure, he was fucking crazy, but he remembered that, right? So, as a man, my kings, just pay attention to the things that, your girl says, right? She might have said something 2 weeks ago that she wanted, and you just kind of come out of nowhere and be like, boom.
Right.
Oh shit! Like you. I didn't ask you for that. I just said I wanted.
Right, and it can be something small.
Anything small. Don't gotta be no damn fucking Chanel purse. It could be anything, right? It could be that she wanted to go somewhere. It could be that you surprised her and you took her without telling her anything, right? Girls are very, very into details and very thoughtful. And if, as a man, you give that back to a woman, trust me, it's cheat code's gonna work for you. Right. Believe me. Now, I do want to bring something up. Now that we're talking about first dates, right? My kings, I'm gonna have to just I just have to say this. On the first date, read the situation. Stop trying to take the girl home on the first date.
Yeah, I think that is a little bit ridiculous. Like,
no, I mean, I'm telling you because I was victim of this myself back in the day. When I was, before my growth spurt, before all of that stuff, when I was 23, 24, 25, when I had my days, when I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Being a man, right? I always had the notion of, I'm going on the first date, I'm trying to take it home.
Why?
Who the fuck I think I was?
But why would you think that?
I don't know. It was because I wasn't looking for something serious at that time.
Okay, you're in the hot seat right now.
Yeah.
You might not want to answer my question.
No, I'm here.
Nah, you might not want to. You ready?
Yeah.
How many women have you been with?
I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Plenty.
Okay.
Plenty. I've done my dues.
I
won't put a number on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look crazy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Huh? I need to take a sip for that one. You say I'm in the hot seat? I'm sweating right now.
Oh,
but I've definitely have done my dues, and I've had plenty of experiences. But
what happens if the woman that you are interested in has had just as many as you? Is that frowned upon? Because I'm asking for a reason, right? Is that frowned upon, or because the reason why I'm asking, like, I have been with a low amount of people, particularly low amount of men. But I realized that when I even say that in this climate, like before, that was a cool thing. Now it's like people don't really care. It's like everything is just so like
Different.
and like loosey goosey. It's just like whatever. Like,
Well, I mean, you know.
so can you make a housewife? You know what that is?
I mean,
And this shit, if she's been with a lot of people.
look, I will say this. I can't judge you. Everyone has a past, but I can't judge you based on the things that you did before. If you're obviously someone that you're clean,
yeah,
and you have standards and values now and everything, you're a different person, then
Mm-hmm.
I can't rule you out because of the things that you have done before or experiences and how many people you've had.
So this is popular right now on social media. Another topic. I guess I just know all the topics.
Good. That's why I gave you that. Yeah.
This woman just did a podcast and she said that she's been with the highest number I've ever heard. She's probably only 30. What do you think that number is that she said?
I see this question. I see. Over 30?
She's 30 years old. How many men do you think she's been with?
Over 30.
Over 30 men is what you think.
That's
what do you think?
What you thinking?
50. I said it was the highest amount I've ever heard. You said 30.
I mean,
you said 50.
as a woman, right?
Okay. She's been with 5,000 men.
What the fuck?
5,000 men.
Nah. See, you see? Nah. I'm gonna keep it. No, hold the fuck up. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 because I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it works for somebody out there. I'm good on that. No, I'm good on that.
That's terrible. That's wow. That's like 5,000 men.
That's crazy.
And you're talking about it on a podcast? Like, she just said that it just got to the point where she...
I don't even feel like I was in a hot seat no more. I'm good.
Listen,
I thought I was bad. What? 5,000 men?
5,000 men.
Hello? What are we talking about here? That's crazy. That's crazy. Pause. That's crazy. No, listen. For real, like that she had a profession. I'm so serious. Like, she's not selling the whole story. She had it must have been a profession. It couldn't be.
She did turn into a porn star. She did.
It had to be that. And I mean, that's different. Like
it's really not, but
it's
because it's raw. So it's like, what's really different?
No. I don't mean it like that. It's different, cool, but like, see, that might work for somebody. I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Because that's just, and it's like, you start to think like everyone has a past, right?
Yeah.
When you talking,
But come on, the past can't be that cloudy.
I can't judge you for, your 20, your 30, your 40, what, like, I get that, excuse me, but 5,000 men?
It's not even funny, but it's just like, damn.
That's crazy.
How do you experience that many people?
Yeah. So, and it, you feel for her too, because it's like, I know I'm not the only guy looking at it like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, no, just to come back to the question, I would not judge a woman based on the things that she has done in the past, excluding that situation, because that's not even that's like not even realistic. Like that you have had to been doing something.
That's a low self-esteem in my opinion. Like to allow that many, and she's actually a really pretty girl too. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, usually
like you let that many men enter into your body. Like
and
that
so
is
as
disgusting.
a man, now I gotta look at you like, okay, and we live in an age right now when some men is okay with that.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some men is okay, but some men might be okay with that because they've done as much.
Now, speaking of this,
and it gives it like some sort of like righteousness.
That guy Adam, he has a popular podcast.
Oh yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Yeah, his wife said she wanted to be with a black guy with a big thing, and then he said okay.
Yep.
And then
now they having problems, something like that, right?
Yeah, because the black guy was like, I'm not trying to be too graphic, but he was like, I'm gonna stretch it out and and obviously he was
he was going crazy on it. Yeah,
I was seeing online the conversations and
I came across some podcasts and his podcast and the conversations and stuff like that.
As a married man,
He went and got her. He went and got him for her.
Yeah, he did. He picked him, but it backfired for sure.
Yeah.
And now the intimacy between him and his wife is just not the same.
Hey, listen, fuck that. Ain't nobody fucking my wife. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cursing so much. Ain't nobody fucking my wife.
Right.
No.
Right.
I'm good.
No, I agree with you. Cause like, what?
What are we doing here? So I get it. It's a profession.
Right.
But bruh, no.
Right.
Nah, I mean, it's just a different world, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, but you wiped up a porn star. So it's just like, that is also.
But he's also a porn star himself, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's a podcaster now that I don't know. I don't really know because I don't study like that industry.
Yeah.
But I did look at the interesting dynamics of the turmoil that it caused in their marriage and like the man's disrespect towards him after he was with her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like everything is just so like exploitative,
Mm-hmm.
exploitatory, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like he's exploiting this man. Yeah, I had her like this. She's thinking about me now when she's with you. It's just like, dang. Like,
how is that?
What are we doing in this world?
This is fucking. This is what I'm saying, and this is the type of shit that
because now it wasn't even just like, okay, you guys did a scene, and then that's that. Now you're online like taunting me. I watched his interview. He's like, she's thinking about me now, and she's.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. And this is my thing. This is my thing, right? This is what kids are seeing. Because everybody, you know what I'm saying? All of this thing is coming up on the popular page because I know if I'm seeing it, I know 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds seeing it. Y'all got a 60-year-old son.
That's why these kids don't even need to be on social media like that.
My son don't even got Instagram.
Yeah, it cannot.
You know what I'm saying?
It taints them too much.
Yeah, and it's like seeing this makes it a thing. And when you hear something enough, it makes it normal.
Yeah.
And this shit is not normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they talking about in that part. It's not normal, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you respecting your wife? And I'm saying overall, because they're in the porn industry, so it's different. But I know there's other men that are like, you know what I'm saying, that it's okay.
Right.
Go ahead. Like I know of there's men that get a kick of seeing. I had a situation myself. Where a girl, this was a couple years ago, it was in Arizona. A girl was interested in me and started talking and saying all these things, and she had a partner, she had a man, and they were married, and they were trying to recruit me so that I can have sex with her and he can record it. Cause he gets off on that. That's crazy. Real life. I'm not even an AZ. Real life.
Wow.
And that shit is crazy to me. How is that you respecting your wife?
Right.
Right? How are you saying, oh no, that she likes it? How do you know she likes it? How do you know? Cause she's telling you, well, maybe she's not scared to lose. She's scared of losing you, and maybe this is the only way that if this is what you like, and she's trying to please you, you know what I'm saying? Of course.
But it's really like
that's crazy.
It's interesting because when you think about it, she's the one getting pleased by someone else.
But he gets pleased by that.
He's watching it.
Mm-hmm.
If a man is really handling his thing in the bedroom, his business, he's not gonna really want no one else. You know what I mean? I think there must be a problem there. I don't know.
My thing, but some people are really like into that kind of stuff, into that open relationship, kind of shit. That's crazy to me. Honestly, I'm from a different generation.
Yeah.
I hold a relationship sacred.
Yes.
It's just me and that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's touching you. Nobody's touching me. It's just between me.
So basically, like a threesome is out.
On a fun situation, it really just does depend though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really does depend. Hey, first and foremost, I ain't having no fucking threesome with another nigga. I can tell you that much. I am not having a threesome with another man. That's not happening. It's my girl and another girl. If that's not it, then I'm not having a threesome. 100,000%. It's just how I gotta go, and it's just how it is. You
You're
know what
right.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, it just all really depends. But honestly, you know, I was always a believer, as in like the. I've heard of stories and I've had friends that have had relationships kind of like go down the drain after they did a
Mm-hmm.
threesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you know, we wanted to spice things up, and you know, we did it, and then that just kind of like separated us even more. I mean, how else do you think?
Right.
What do you think this is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Right? It's not. I'm all for the fun stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but when it's a real relationship that you're trying to build and move forward with, and
Right.
really like spend the rest of it, those that's not. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I don't want a threesome with another girl. I'm good with you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even bring up the nigga, because that's not even a conversation to have.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even want it. I want all of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a different time nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different time. That situation went crazy like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. What's the girl's name? Lena the Plug, some shit like that. Is her name?
I just
Yeah,
know the
and
husband's Adam.
Adam, the white guy, right? He has a podcast. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
she's bad.
And
She's bad. Like, she's bad.
the podcast his views went up a lot too. So
Because
he
of
knew.
it.
He knew.
So the question is it a business? Is it, and that's the crazy shit, right? Nowadays, if you want something to pop, just go build some drama around it.
Right.
Build some crazy clickbaitable drama around it, and your shit. That's not the way we gonna do it. I can't do it.
Right.
That's like selling your soul.
Absolutely.
You're not being true to yourself. You're not being genuine to people. Like, you're doing it's stunts
Right.
to get your popularity up. So if you did that at the expense of your woman, you a bitch.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because how do you look at her the same,
You don't.
knowing that you like?
How's she not even looking at you the same?
Kind of sold her off essentially.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And what are we doing?
But she said it. She said she wanted it. She wanted.
Huh.
You know,
Because
black-
again, is
black
it you're in that industry, so it's like,
Mhm.
you know, and it was like some birthday situation. It was like, oh, I got this fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
You
So for my
fucking
birthday, I want another man's. Like, come on,
So why you with me?
right? And we're married. Like, come on,
And we're married.
come on.
You a
Crazy.
bit. Listen, I don't listen. Listen, I'm just trying to keep it PG, because this podcast is gonna be something amazing in the future. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be millions of followers, millions of subscribers,
Yes.
100 million likes on everything. Because we know that. Because we envision that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna keep it PG. I'm gonna keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good on that. That's crazy. So
Right. Super
going back to the first date. What I want to say is, like, you know, why did I used to think like, oh, I need to go the first day. It needs to happen the first date. And even if it doesn't,
control perhaps.
yeah, I mean, well, it felt like, okay. And this was like obviously me before. Now, like, it's so different.
Right.
You know, you go on a date and it's like you enjoy, just because I'm so in tune with myself now. It's just like you enjoy everything about it. You know, you enjoy the conversations, you enjoy the food. You know,
you enjoy the person.
You enjoy the person. You enjoy the energy. You enjoy the place. You start, taking pictures. Just different.
Yeah.
Before, I used to go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
First date, 23, 24, right? Mm-hmm. First date. I'm staring at your face, having conversation with you, and I'm making believe like I'm listening to you, and all I could think about is, I can't wait to get out of here and see what happens. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's how it was, and that's how a lot of men think, still to this day. And again, it goes back to a lot of people are not transparent enough to talk about this,
right?
And put themselves out. That's how I was, right? So it's like, stop thinking that shit, man. Yeah. Go out, enjoy your first date. Go wherever it takes you. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the experience, enjoy the person, enjoy the energy, the vibrations. And, if it works, then, maybe you added the second or third date or fourth date. You shouldn't even be counting dates on
Right.
when when you trying to do that. And it's just, I was a kid. I was,
Mhm.
I'm going around. I'm in New York City. You know what I mean? I'm 6'2". Women like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like if you're not doing it on first date, I'm good. I'm going on another date with another girl. It's like it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. It kind of became like spoiled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, just a lot of toxic traits from back in the day. So
Right.
men, just go enjoy the first date. Enjoy the time, enjoy the energy, because it don't always got to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be cordial, respectful.
Mhm.
Fucking open the door for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Open the car door for her. You know what I mean?
There almost
Pull
needs to
her.
be like a gentleman boot camp because these men are not.
No.
They're not in tune. They're not in tune. They're missing like these normal things, like opening the car door, like open the door when she walks in, make sure that she's on the other side of the road. Like, it's just simple things that,
Yeah,
sometimes
people don't have that no more.
For sure.
And then, just remember, guys, like, women love a man with confidence, that means having self-control.
Yeah. Self-control is so
Because, of
important.
course, first date,
Because the same way that you're saying a woman, you don't want a woman that's been with 5,000. I don't want a man that's been with too many women. I just don't. Because it's like, dang, you start, it takes away from your experience a little bit. You start thinking like, you were really out here just
going crazy.
Yeah, like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that's.
Are you husband material like that? Like,
yeah. Yeah. And it's so subjective too, because it's like, again, everyone has a past.
Yeah, I think
Right, so.
I think that's to me, men probably who are attractive or probably have been in like 100 or something. I think
It's a good bait.
I think if you start getting in the like 500, like, come on,
No, that's fucking crazy.
That's getting too.
I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here. You see? You narrowed me down to numbers.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I said I said you said 100. I said you said 500. I said that's crazy. So you're
I wasn't even saying it like
no.
I wasn't trying to like single you out. I'm just thinking a truthful number.
Yeah.
Is like,
what's a lot for you? That 400, 500?
I think 250 is kind of pushing it a little. That's a lot of people to exchange energy with, right? Like 200, 250 is kind of, were you in college? Were you not in any committed relationships? You know what I'm saying?
Well, now it's the crazy shit is that now.
But if a man gets out of the system when he's younger, then when he's going into his, mid, like I like to date.
That was me.
At a good age, I think you need to be like in your 30s.
Yeah.
Because it's a certain maturity.
Yeah, my 20s between 18 and like 26, damage.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Of course. But now you're able to sit back and be like, okay.
Oh, the self-control is literally so easy. Like, it's literally, there was a time where I was like, and I didn't do this, obviously, trying to. Right. It just happened. And next thing you know, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, there was a time where I was, like, celibate for, like, 8 months.
Yeah.
Like, 8 months straight. No sex. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened.
I want to just chime in on that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to practice celibacy. It's a beautiful thing to have self-control and to say, hey, you know what? I actually don't even want to give myself to anybody right now.
That's what it became. Yeah. It became that. Yeah. It was like,
And ladies, it's not just us that can do it. Men can do it too.
Yeah. Like, no, I did it.
Have enough self-love to say, hey, I cannot give myself away right at this time.
And
whether you're healing, whether you're, down, whether you're trying to transition your life, because what I'm realizing, and this girl, she's a rapper that I just listened to her interview. What's her name? I can't keep up with all these new girls. She's from Memphis. Oh God.
New rapper?
Yeah, it's like her song went viral. Glorilla or something.
Glorilla, yeah.
Okay, so what she said was that she had been trying to get her music out, right? And she said that she told her friends, listen, in order to get the music out, we got to do this together. Let's go on a fast.
Yeah.
No sex, no dating, no alcohol. Let's hit the gym every day.
Yep.
Only drink water.
Super crazy.
And she said that was her first time doing it. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. No cheat days, no nothing. And then she got signed 2 months later.
Yeah.
And the song obviously went viral. So
It's huge.
when you think about that commitment of sacrifice, like what are you willing to give up to get to where you want to be?
And that's why, because when you do that whole process like she did entirely, there's such a sense of clarity in your mind, right? And what you're doing is that you're using sex is energy, right? Physical energy. So what you're doing is every time you have sex, obviously you're dispersing that energy. And so the way it happened with me is it just happened. 2 months down the line, I'm like, oh shit, it's been 2 months. Regular, I've done that. Right. That's nothing, right? Coming into the 4th month, I'm like, that's 3rd, 4th month, I'm already like, you know what, let's do this. Because it's like at this point, why not? Like at this point, it's more so like question.
So I want to reiterate because this is important. You were able to go 8 months.
Yeah.
No sex.
Yeah.
No nothing.
No nothing.
Men, you can do it. You can take the time. Women, you can do it. You can take the time and say, you know what? I'm going to take this time for myself. I'm going to do something different. Do something different. We have a new year coming up. 2024 is around the corner. Man, my whole mentality is do something different. Don't do the same things that you used to do. Don't say what you can't do. Don't say what you, like me personally, I used to be like, I can't stand cleaning up. I don't like to clean up.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like this. I'm like, man, I'm not saying I don't like nothing. I'm open. Anything that's going to make me better, I'm open.
I think people are nowadays focused so much on what they can't do instead of what they can do.
Absolutely.
Right. And
will versus can, like we talked about. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. And the fact of the matter is that your words are impeccable.
Yeah.
And just be careful what you say and what you put out there, because if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't,
then you can't.
You can't. Because the brain is powerful, and manifestations are powerful. And remember, the universe doesn't know if you're joking or not.
And I sent you that manifestation earlier. Did you take a look at it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
You sent me the manifestation.
The one, it was like, I think I sent it to you yesterday.
Oh, I'm doing it tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Pretty much write down what you want in the sense of like you already like you want it, right? God give me, more consistency in staying committed to myself, right?
Right.
God give me more consistency in my financial situation, right? And continue to be, allow me to be financially abundant. And all these things that you want, write it down on a paper right before going to sleep, because I understand the data on the brain. Obviously, just like when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I did, what did I do this morning? As soon as we get up, I went straight to topics. As soon as I woke up. Why? Because the brain when you're sleeping, it's on this creative, your imagination is running. Where you think dreams come from?
Right.
And so that side of your brain is just going, and it's like a gear, right? It's like this while you sleep. And when you wake up, it's not just completely stopped. It's still there, and you can take advantage of that energy.
By the way,
that creativeness.
Japan has created this device. You put it over your head, and it captures your dreams. And then the next day, it tells you exactly what happened in your dream.
Listen, Japan's They are.
Shout out Japan.
They are.
I speak Japanese. So. Arigato.
Hey. Whoa.
Yeah. I'm very talented.
What the hell? Yeah. No, I know. Sis, listen. So my thing is, another one is right before we go. Right now that we was in that conversation. Yeah. Right. I am picking connection over sex any day. Yeah. Now. The crazy thing is that at some point, right, going back to the celibacy, right, which, again, I did not plan to be celibate. It just happened. And at the 3rd and 4th month, I was like, hold up. I had like a eureka moment, right? Because this was like the first time that I ever like went that long.
How did you feel?
Energized, clear, fucking pumped.
Yeah. The doors start to open for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. And I started to look at it as like, hold up. So if a woman can value herself and say, hey, I'm the one that's choosing who I have sex with.
Right.
Why can't a man do the same thing? So if a woman can value her peace, why can't I value my peace?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's the way that I started seeing it. I was like, hold up. And then the thing is that we got to understand we are changing and exchanging energies with this person
Yep.
that you're having sex with. So now I started to kind of realize that, you know, I can't just have sex with anyone.
Right.
I'm a fucking king.
Yeah.
And I can't exchange energies with someone that is not that of where I'm at.
Right.
Right. And
or
so
it's pointless.
it's pointless
brings you
because
down.
you need to understand you wear this energy that this person has given you after having sex with this person.
Absolutely.
Right. And so now this person is imprinted in you. Right. And so you need to make sure that this person has the correct energy. And so that started getting me a lot more selective on like, yo, who I encounter for that. Obviously, after a while, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I just started valuing. It gave me a sense of value, a lot more value than I already had. Like it allowed me to see that I can actually do whatever the hell I put my mind to.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because one of the biggest urges today is the urge to have sex.
Right.
Right. And people can't control it.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that you could
go more than 8 months? I don't know.
No. Do you think you can do no sex until marriage?
No. I can't. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest and transparent. I can't.
Okay.
It's just that's crazy. And the only reason why I say that is because like maybe it's different. Maybe if I already had a date of marriage, then maybe, you know, we got 2-3 more minutes.
Okay.
Then maybe, you know, I could do it. Right. Because I would have
You're
know,
working towards a
date and I already know that I'm like, okay, now it's just preparing to be good for that date.
Right.
It's crazy. Right. But if I don't like, just because I'm in a situation where I can't do it. Because I have no imagination of when that date
when it's coming. Yeah, that's fair. That's actually a great
can be.
That's a great point.
So, but that's a great question. And just to bring it back to just before we leave, connection over sex.
Yeah.
Right. And because you're exchanging energies with these people that you have sex with.
Right.
Right. My thing don't even get if I don't have a connection with you.
Right.
If there's no vibes, there's no vibrations chippering off.
Right.
I ain't even getting up. That's how crazy it is now with like where my mindset is at. So it's like connection over sex any day. And the crazy thing is that when the connection is deep and the connection is there, the sex is crazy.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So connection over sex any day. Because
no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, this was a great one.
This was a great episode.
Like, you know,
I did say I was going to give one business gem.
Please.
So I want to do that.
Please. And we kind of gonna need that like every.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a business gem, and I'm gonna give a like trending topics as well for us to dissect.
Yes.
I'm realizing that, as I mentioned, women who are successful are having trouble finding men. Not the women who want to be sugar mamas, right? Like women who want a quality man to date, who can still court them, who can still be a good guy. So I think another good business idea, before I said a dating app for people who were like in their 80s, who are looking for love after they've probably lost their spouse, right? I think that a dating app that is kind of targeted towards the alpha woman.
Or successful women.
Now, there's alpha and there's alpha beta. If a woman is not alpha beta or alpha, the chances of her being successful, truthfully, is less, right? Because women in those type of personalities, they just know how to make things happen and get things done.
Yeah.
However, I think if there was an app where the woman goes in, the men are submitting to her, she chooses, and you have to have this criteria,
Mhm.
I think that can be an interesting dynamic.
Mm.
You have to have a certain,
Kind of like a dating LinkedIn.
yeah, exactly. You got to have like a career.
Of
You
course.
can't be,
Yeah.
There's
There's certain requirements that can come into that before you
exactly.
even sign
But
up.
it's not a sugar mama. It's
Yeah.
really like, and it's not a cougar-ish.
No, you got to take a survey and a
Yeah.
requirement survey beforehand before you can even, you need to be accepted
Yeah.
into this app, like for real.
I
Because
even thought about creating it. I got too much on my plate, but I would make it into a dating show
Mm.
and make it into like an actual,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's interesting. So that's
That is interesting.
that's my little gem.
Yeah.
That could be
That's a good one.
an easy,
A
great.
lot of successful women out here that can't find a good
all over
man
all over the
because-
world.
Yeah. Because of many different things. Because they just they need to find someone with just as busy as them.
Yeah.
Or they just can't click with anyone because they're just like too bossed up and they just trying to find that right. So yeah. There's a lot of women like that. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So
Well, thank you. It's another one.
That's gonna be it for us today.
It's another episode. Thank you guys again. All you
Thank you.
subscribers, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. If you haven't
Subscribe
and like. Please hit that like button.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. May's the source here.
Winner Seat Podcast. We're out.
Yes, sir. WSP. Peace.
Bye bye.